Blindsight. A couple years back, I completely lost my eyesight in a horrific car accident. It was more than a struggle to get used to being totally blind, but with years of practice, and the help of my wife, Mona, I've managed. The challenge of not being able to see anymore became less of an issue. Life was still tricky, of course, but not as difficult as one would think. One thing I've found out, however, is that I can see in my dreams. Now, of course, this isn't too unusual. I was born with eyesight, after all. However, what I've found most bizarre about these dreams is that they are not memories or flashbacks of mine. Nothing I've seen in these dreams has been recognizable to me at all, in fact. One dream I had, for example, I was looking through the point of view of a kid getting ice cream with their mother, and walking alongside the shore with her. Although you could assume that was a childhood memory, the mother was certainly not my own, and she would have never taken me out for ice cream anyway, as I was violently lactose intolerant as a kid. In another dream, I was playing fetch with a very adorable golden retriever. The dog had the goofiest look on its face whenever me, their owner, threw the tennis ball. Although I would have loved to play with that dog in my childhood, it was again, not my own memory. I mostly grew up with cats, and had never owned a dog. There was also a dream where I was a greaseball-looking man who was standing in front of a bathroom mirror. He left the bathroom and walked near a crowd of very young women, purposely dropping some loose change near them. This ended up being an attempt to look up their skirts, and was, yet again, not a memory. I did not look like the man in the mirror, nor was I even a man, not to mention, EW. This started happening almost a year after the car accident, but it wasn't until a month ago when the dreams got truly unsettling. It first started out with me taking the perspective of someone digging up a grave and stealing a corpse, then of someone secretly watching a girl's skinny dipping in a lake, then to someone putting feces into another person's meal and watching them eat it. The scenarios just kept getting viler and viler, but I just wrote them off as dreams. What else could they be? I talked to many therapists and doctors about these occurrences. They thought it was strange, but also all agreed that it didn't sound like anything too serious. They did say I should definitely let them know if anything changed, though. And something did change. One night, I had a dream that I was outside my own house. This was, again, pretty weird, but I brushed it off. Then, things got even stranger. The person whose perspective I was seeing through climbed up one of the walls of the house and managed to open a window. They entered and began walking through our hallway, seemingly holding something that was too dark to quite make out. This was strange, but again, I had seen some horrific stuff in previous dreams, so this wasn't that bad in comparison. Things got even creepier as the figure entered me and my wife's bedroom. I got a perfectly timed chill. Me and my wife were sleeping as the figure walked closer to Mona's side of the bed. Her eyes started to open as she heard the figure's footsteps, which I heard too, despite none of my dreams ever having sound. Mona screamed as the figure stabbed her with the object they were holding, a knife. I heard it all, Mona's screams, the stabbing sounds. I even felt the trembling movements beside me and soft drips of some kind of warm liquid. Dear God, this is really happening. I thought to myself as I woke up, greeted by darkness. I grabbed a lamp from my bureau to defend myself, swinging it all around me. It was too late, however. I heard fast footsteps moving away and the bedroom window opening, a chill and silence entering the room. I collapsed as I realized the awful truth. The figure had escaped, and my wife was dead.